and your Guilderland Dutchman. The New York State Public High School Athletic Association requires officials to enforce all sportsmanship rules for athletes and coaches. We will not tolerate negative statements or actions between opposing players, coaches, and spectators. If such comments are heard or actions seen, they will be addressed by the appropriate site personnel. Let tonight's message reflect mutual respect, be loud, be proud, and be positive. Thank you, and enjoy tonight's game. Now let's meet the starters for the Averill Park Warriors. Starting at guard number 0, junior Jacob Phelps. At guard number 1, junior Declan Flanagan. At forward number 5, senior Ethan Nardacci. At center, number 21, sophomore, Benicio Morelli. And starting at forward, number 23, junior, Justin Matthews. And now your starters for your Guilderland Dutchmen. Starting at guard, number 1, senior, Nico Santa Barbara. Forward, number 2, senior Ryan Gilbert. Starting at center, number 23, senior David Filkin. At forward, number 33, sophomore Tyler Witawson. And starting at guard, number 34, junior Nate Oliver. And now we ask you to please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the performance of the national anthem.
Between your Guilderland Dutchmen and Averill Park Warriors. Matt Pinchot and Brent Autry on the call with you, and Sean Cunningham in the stands for some live reports throughout the game. Hi, Matt.
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
Good to see you.
It's always good to be back. It's a great day to be a Dutchman. We'll start off with that. We're going to end with that.
Great way. You know, the girls had their first win Tuesday night. It was a phenomenal game, electric crowd. We had so much fun. It's time for the boys to have their first one. If they're going to have it, this is going to be the game. So Averill Park's coming in at 1-5. Their only win is at the beginning of the season back in early November against South Glens Falls. They've been 0-4 against suburban council teams. So, and here we are with the tip. Let's see what we can get happening tonight. You know, we're going to have to keep an eye on Nardacci for sure. He's somebody from the Averill Park that we know well.
I was about to say, it took 2 seconds for him to get a shot off.
Yep. So we know him well. We know he's a shooter. We know he's carrying the team right now with 86 points.
I also want to make sure we keep an eye on Jacob Phelps. He's not that far behind, 50 points, outscoring everyone on our team as well. So
you got it. Coach Parks went with his normal starting 5 that he's gone with for the last few home games. Nico wanted to get a look at it there, didn't get one. Sam Oliver takes a long 3, doesn't get it. Rebound to Averill Park.
Nate Oliver. That's not
Did
the
I
last
call
time.
him Sam? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
See, the problem is I had Sam in school,
Yes.
but not Nate.
Yes,
So my,
yes.
my brain automatically goes.
No, I noticed. I know.
Ay,
I know.
yeah.
I
It's a good
know.
thing there's two of us. You can keep me on the straight and narrow.
Well, the thing that's funny for folks watching at home, Brenna is so much better at that aspect of things. Like, she memorizes on both teams everyone's jersey numbers and their names.
Will.
So anytime I have a chance to be able to, I'm like, it's a rarity. It's a
Oh,
rarity.
boy. Well, I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Guilderland with the ball. 7:06 left to play. We have not had a score on either side just yet. We had some problems with the shot clock during the JV game. It worked for 3 quarters and not the fourth, so we're hoping. Oh, no, it's not working
It's
already.
not working
Yeah,
yet.
all right. So we have a manual
But
shot clock from the bench, which is not as easy to do, but they will announce when there's 10 seconds left and then count it down from 5. So we're not going to be able to hear it so much with our headsets on, but people in the stands will be able to. Long three there by Morelli to get the score going up for Averill Park.
his third three-pointer on the season, but the first bucket of the game tonight. Hey, okay.
Okay, Filkins with the rebound,
Yeah.
trying to go up again, gets stopped there by Morelli.
I mean, again, Filkins, so he's playing center for us, but he's only 6'1", so he's definitely playing way above his height
And
right
Morelli's listed at 6'5". Averill Park definitely has us beat on the height for
there.
sure.
Oh, excellent defense there. That's been fouled out. I mean, what I love, though, is Ryan Gilbert. He has not had a problem diving in among the tallest trees.
He
He
never
went
does.
between 3 defenders that last
He
possession.
never does. That foul was against Nico Santa Barbara. That's his first, team's first. That'll throw Jacob Phelps to the line.
Yeah,
And Jacob's good on the first.
yeah, he's obviously a talented player, but he's also not someone we want to send to the line too much. He's shooting almost 80% on the season so
No
far.
kidding.
So
No kidding.
those are decent pro numbers from the free throw line. That's
They
not,
sure are. And misses the second. But rebound to Averill Park. 3-point attempt by Flanagan does not go. Rebound to the Dutch. Oliver bringing it down fast. Gets it to Watazik. Watazik over to Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara drives in, kicks it back out. Watazik, no good on that. Rebound to the Dutch. Santa Barbara for 3. Doesn't get the bounce. Filkins doesn't come down with it. Averill Park with the rebound.
But honestly, I've got to say, I love the way that they're playing inside. They're not shying away just based off the height mismatch. And the ball movement has been beautiful. It's just that the shots aren't falling. So we can expect that to change over the course of the game. As Gilbert comes away with the ball, takes it in himself, dives straight into the hole, just as we've been talking about. He's been doing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, one line, it's early enough, so I'm still going to say this. I was so excited following the win from the girls on Tuesday. I hope these guys can play like women.
Oh, wouldn't that be
Play like
awesome?
girls,
that
right?
was so much fun.
Shoot
Tuesday
it like
night.
a girl, dribble like a girl, pass like a girl.
I know we've been talking about it like crazy, but that was fun.
Oh, it was incredible against a team that was undefeated until then.
Gilbert gets us on the board with 1 there, misses the second free throw. 5:19 left to play in the first quarter. Averill Park with the ball. 2 fouls for Averill Park, 1 for Guilderland. Phelps gets it to Morelli, who doesn't get the 3. Rebound to the Dutch.
I was about to say, is he going for a second 3?
Yeah, Santa Barbara to Oliver. Oliver back to Santa Barbara over to Watazik. Watazik, long court pass to Oliver for 3, no good.
Honestly, they're creating good opportunities. I'm not really mad at the way that they're playing. That's just unfortunate the shot's not going down.
We need to box out inside, though, because we're not going to be able to do anything against Averill Park's height. So it's, if
100%.
you saw on that shot there, we had 2 Averill Park guys. We had 2 Guilderland guys, but we didn't jump. So we need to box out and use that to our advantage.
100% spot on analysis right there. I mean,
Thank you.
No, for real. Honestly, I mean, that's like a thing that you teach at every level. It's boxing out, not just being there.
Fundamentals.
Yeah.
Oliver gets it to Gilbert. Gilbert, cross-court pass to Watazik. Watazik quickly to Santa Barbara, who takes a 3, misses off the front of the rim. Averill Park comes down with it. Guilderland gets the steal and the turnover.
I was worried that
Oliver to Gilbert. Gilbert drives. I thought he was going to pass it out there, but decides to take it, misses.
I think he was going to, too, but then Averill Park read they cut off his passing lane, so we had to take the awkward angle shot.
Phelps comes down with it.
I like the defense in the backcourt.
I do too. With 3:47 left to play, the score's
Right.
4-1.
And honestly, Santa Barbara, he actually shut down that
All
possession
right.
singularly. So, all right, Nico, do your thing. Do your thing, number one.
Yeah,
do your
we'll
thing,
take
number one.
it. Morelli inbounding for Averill Park. Gets it to Phelps.
What I love is from our angle when the defense is facing us, we can see our players' eyes.
Yes.
And I just love seeing when, you can tell when they're locked in on possession.
Nardachi, he wanted it. He's wide open. Phelps drives around. Gets a shot off, doesn't go. Put back basket by number 23, Justin Matthews.
John Ginder, just shout out real quick. He has a really good voice for this.
He does have a good voice. We got to move this guy in front of us here.
Yes. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Santa Barbara with the ball. Gets it to Oliver. Oliver trying to get it. Okay, we got Montgomery in the game. Oliver back to Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara to Oliver. Oliver to Montgomery. Montgomery drives in.
Hey.
Takes it, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and gets the
Love to see
basket.
That was incredible energy that he put forth right there, and we're going to need more of that.
We're going to need a lot more of that, absolutely, especially to hang with them.
Yeah, but those are the kind of plays where I like to say he insisted on that bucket.
Phelps gets it to Morelli.
Good hedge on the screen there.
Morelli trying to make something happen, takes it himself, doesn't get it. Rebound to the Dutch.
Really at 6'5". I mean, his height, it just stands out
It's
so much.
unbelievable how tall they are. With Tazik. Gets it over to Oliver, drives baseline, kicks it back out to wide open Santa Barbara. Takes it in, gets it to Gilbert. So unselfish pass there. He should have just taken that himself. He had it. He had it.
A victim of
a very unselfish play, but
right.
At that moment you take it. Nate Oliver comes up with it. Moves it down fast. Gets it to Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara to Oliver to Watazik. Watazik over to Santa Barbara again. Cross court to Watazik. He takes the three.
Bang!
Good.
Bang!
We talked last time the Dutch were home that Santa Barbara or that Watazik needed to find his rhythm.
Yes, and what I love is that he's not someone who's fazed by a missed shot, and so we need him to keep on shooting.
We do.
He's one of the better shooters on the team, and so he's got to let that thing fly.
I believe he's he is the best shooter on the team.
Yeah, he's leading the team in threes. He has
sure
as much
is.
as the next two highest players combined.
Yep.
So
Watazik's leading us with 47 points so far.
And what I love is that he's a sophomore.
I love
so,
that too.
we saw some of his play last year, and so the fact that he's a sophomore already leading the team in scoring, that definitely bodes well for the future for this team and for his own emerging leadership.
I was just thinking about that the other night. That's so funny that you brought that up because I was thinking, when he's a senior, our current freshmen, sophomores who are strong athletically are going to be working with him on varsity, and that's going to be such an amazing mix.
Fantastic.
And he'll have had 4 years on varsity to really hone in those leadership skills, right?
Yes. A lot of this is really, and I mean, that's a really, really solid point, because a lot of it is reps. It's getting used to the defensive schemes that you're going to see. And, we see this at really every level. The more exposure you have to different defensive schemes, offensive schemes, the better of a player you get, the less phased you get in those pressure moments. And that's going to be pivotal for this team.
1 minute 4 left to play, tied at 6 right now. Averill Park with the ball.
Steal
From Tyler Watazik, gets it to Ryan Gilbert, who can build.
Further ahead. He was trying to throw it off his leg.
He tried to throw it off his leg, didn't quite work.
Which is a smart play.
Good heads-up play, yep.
In that case, well seen.
Yep, rebound, or turnover to Averill Park. And Ryan Gilbert tries to get it.
Okay, Gambles hits it out of bounds.
44 seconds left. I'm going to go on record and say this is the lowest scoring first quarter I think I've ever seen in a varsity game.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
This is crazy.
Right, and it's on both sides. We've seen one-way things where it's like 6 to 18, 6 to 20 or whatever, but 6 to 6, 40 seconds to go.
Flanagan.
And a turnover.
Nardachi turns it over.
I mean, we're looking at, just with shot clock-wise, one possession more each team, barring an early shot clock turnover.
Yeah, 36 seconds left on the clock. That's what's left on the shot clock as well, since it was a turnover.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
Oh, it's so hard without a shot clock. So hard. And we've got Mark Rudolph, math teacher, on the shot clock tonight. Ebers gets it into Montgomery. Montgomery, little stutter step there, not called. Tyler Watazik gets it to Santa Barbara, who sets it back up with 16 seconds. Going for that last shot.
Coach Park saying stay there. He doesn't want him to rush.
Montgomery,
definitely.
Yeah. Quite a few steps there.
He did. So, yeah, what he was trying to do was on a gather step, but the problem is his gather step was too pronounced. He had the ball in both hands, so you can't.
The lane was too wide open. He needed more. He needed more blocks in there. 8 seconds.
Yeah, so.
3-point basket by Nardacci.
And there it is. Like you said, neither team at double digits, 6-9.
I don't recall ever a game with this low scoring in the first quarter.
Right. 6-9 first quarter. That is certainly interesting.
That is crazy.
Let's hear what Sean Cunningham, our sideline reporter, has to say about that.
Well, at the end of the first quarter. Well, at the end of the first quarter of play here in Guilderland, Averill Park currently with the 9-6 lead off that three-pointer from Ethan Nardacci. That's a guy you want to look out for if you're Guilderland tonight. He's been their leading scorer in every single game this season. And a big game tonight for Averill Park. They're looking to stave off a 5-game losing streak. Guilderland's still looking for their first win of the season tonight. But a good start for Averill Park as they are underway with a 9-6 lead. Guilderland getting some points in the first from Watazik with that big three to tie the game at 6. 2 points from Montgomery and a nice drive in the basket, and 1 of 2 free throws made by Ryan Gilbert. But there's still a lot of time left in this game. We're going to go back to the studio now with Brenna and Matt.
Thanks, Sean. So 8 minutes to play in the second quarter, 9-6 in favor of Averill Park. Looks like coach is going to go with the same 5 that were in here at the end of the first quarter. So far, we like what we're seeing.
Yes, I think as more of these shots start to fall, we're going to see confidence build. But right now, the ball movement is one of the better aspects of the play that we're seeing. And we're seeing a lot of it, a lot of unselfish play. It's just a matter of actually getting there.
Montgomery gets it inside and draws the foul. Foul's going to be on number 4. That's Tyler Bradley. That's his team's first of the second quarter. Averill Park's put in a few different players here. Santa Barbara gets it into Montgomery. Got Behan throwing blocks underneath here.
Averill Park playing some stifling defense.
Yeah, attempt to trap Ryan Gilbert there. He gets out of it easily. Montgomery gets it to Watazik. So far, Averill Park keeping us on the 3-point line.
Montgomery throws it away.
Yeah.
I don't know if he thought someone was cutting.
I think he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
But once he got trapped, he assumed someone was getting inside.
Yep.
Off that.
That was probably the play that was supposed to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. Because otherwise they were just standing around the outside. So turnover to Averill Park. Again, 6-9, 7:23 left to play in the second quarter.
Right. And I mean, a 5 out on a team with the way the game's going doesn't. I don't want to attack the coaching team. I'm saying I'd be surprised.
Nardacci attempting to tip it in there and didn't work. Rebound to the Dutch. Santa Barbara gets it to Ebers. Ebers to Watazik, quickly into Gilbert. Gilbert drives, takes it, misses the layup. Rebound by number 4, Bradley. And Averill Park has the ball.
That's another one of those possessions where, I mean, Ryan Gilbert played well on the fake, and the shot just didn't go down.
Flanagan.
Good defense.
Defense stripped, and Guilderland comes up with it.
Excellent hands by Eberts there.
Watazik gets it to Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara goes in, double team there, kicks it back out to Watazik, drives. Baseline, gets
he found
it.
the angle. So that's really been what's been stifling our team right now. It's the fact that they're not able to find an angle for attack. So they're moving the ball unselfishly. But if Averill Park's taking 30 seconds off the shot clock every single possession,
time.
That's how we have an 8-9 score into the second period.
Yeah. Ebert's got a hand on it. Bradley was able to recover, gets it to Flanagan. Flanagan for 3, no good. Tipped away there, back to Guilderland. Santa Barbara bringing the ball down, one-on-one with Flanagan, gets it to Oliver.
I'm thinking our guys, when you have an open shot, especially with the stifling defense, these are the things where you got to take that.
And Oliver heard you. Misses the three. Nobody under there to rebound at all. Tyler was already in transition. And Flanagan's got the ball. 5:33 left to play in the first quarter. Second quarter.
Yes. Well, if it was 8-9 in the third quarter.
I look at the score and I think it's still the first quarter.
Right.
Santa Barbara, over to Oliver. Oliver.
Hey, good. Way to be patient on
Yep,
that.
very patient.
I mean, me personally, I would have hit him with the Euro, but Nate, you got to do what you got to do.
Oliver on the board and puts us in the lead by 1. Averill Park, Flanagan bringing it down. Timeout. Looks like it's to the Dutch bench. And Averill Park's got 3 ready to come in here. Looks like Phelps is going to come back in. We're going to get quite a few substitutions for Averill Park. Again, we're working with no shot clock tonight, which is really hard, especially for basketball lovers who like to look every time there's a foul and make sure it's been reset and checking that clock on a regular basis. We're trained to do that.
We are.
So when you look up there and it's blank, you panic.
Well, and I think the other thing, too, is for players, you have a general sense of how much time has passed in a possession. But obviously this impacts both teams, so this is not an advantage for one or the other. But it really does mess you up in terms of the scheme of things.
It does.
On the defensive end, you're like, okay, how much longer do we have to keep this pressure up?
Right.
And then if you're on the offensive end, then you hear 10, it's like, oh my God, then the panic sets in.
Right.
Because you're not pacing yourself.
Well, and on the offensive end too, sometimes you're counting on your bench and you're the outside people to make the call on how many seconds are left. You're waiting to hear that because the crowd's going to start counting it down or shouting or something.
Right.
So when you don't hear that because the crowd has no idea, it just throws you off a little bit, as you said. So that's hard. And just a reminder for folks at home, with the new rules this year, we don't go to one-on-one at all, which, again, I'm going to state I don't like the new rule.
But I also think that's something that is good for us to keep on reminding folks, because I've heard people come up to me and be like, oh, hey, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So not a rule I'm a fan of, but I'm not in the governing body. So
yes, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So Oliver comes down with that rebound. Gets down fast, gets it to Gilbert, back to Oliver. Oliver to Ebers. Ebers gets it to Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara drives in, goes up, misses, but gets his own rebound, goes back up, and gets the putback basket.
Force the issue. And so that was part of what I was trying to get at with, when it looked like they had 5 out, I'm like, okay, I get that because the height disparity, they're taller at pretty much every single position. But that also means that when we drive in, we're able to create contact, and the refs, there's not a steadfast rule, to be clear, but you're able to draw and sell that contact a little bit easier when you are 5'9" going against someone who's 6'5".
There was a foul called there, but it never made it onto the scoreboard, so I'm not sure who they called the foul on. I think the ref should have to come tell us, quite personally. But
the lack of power we have is
I know. Ebers comes down, moves it fast, gets it to Oliver, tries to get it to Gilbert, but there's a hand in the way. Flanagan got his hand on that. There's also a new rule this year, too, that if they're wearing any undergarments like the leggings or T-shirts or anything like that, has to match the jersey that you have. So, Guilderland's all in white, so they're not allowed to wear black jerseys or red jerseys or anything like that. We've seen refs be totally strict on that, and some refs not care. So
right. It's one of those things that I find to be a pretty peculiar rule because
it's not helping the refs see
compression shorts and things like that. I don't know why that matters.
Right.
Or just even some of those undershirts. It's really mostly about compression and comfort.
Exactly.
And quite frankly, half of it's about style. So it is what it is.
Tyler from NBA 3-point misses, rebound to
I love that he's pulling
Park.
it, though. He needs to keep on shooting those.
Phelps with the ball for Averill Park.
Hey.
Nardacci going inside. He's got hands all over him, and he gets the two.
That's a tough bucket. That is a tough bucket.
And people were all over him, too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Eberts. To Oliver, back to Eberts. Over to Watazik.
Good vision.
Santa Barbara for 3, misses. Rebound, Averill Park, although Oliver gave him a struggle there.
Well, to your point, though, about boxing out, on that last play, so Ryan Gilbert was inside, but there were 3 Averill Park players in between him and the ball. So Averill Park right now is just doing a much better job with boxing out in general.
3-point attempt by number 11 is good. That's Hicks.
even on that play, despite the fact that Hicks scored, the first jersey inside close to the ball.
Yep.
Is the Park jersey.
Yep. Santa Barbara to Ebers. Ebers moving around the key here. Oh, nice pass. He was
Beautiful
on the line.
passing.
I did not see that. I have a bad angle, but that was a great idea.
But so this really is one of the strengths that we've had. We've talked about it all game. Our guys are so unselfish, and the chemistry that we see with the team, even as Oliver goes and sits down, every single person on the bench giving him a high five. So, like, they are engaged in the game even from the bench. They have good chemistry. It's just the shots aren't
And they
falling.
recognize his hustle. Alex Dorigo in the game for the Dutch. You know, he's one of my favorites. So good to see him in so early.
Always, always.
Turnover to the Dutch. So on the floor right now, we have Dorigo, Gilbert, Ebers, Santa Barbara, and Watazik. So a different lineup than we're used to seeing. But I like it.
Well,
Ebers gets it to Watazik. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
no, you're good. I was just saying if things aren't working with what they got, you got to switch
You
them up.
got to. You got to. Dorigo gets it to Santa Barbara. Gilbert trying to call for it. Dorigo for three. Just misses.
Again, 3 jerseys.
Yep, Averill Park comes down with it. That's their thing. They're going to rebound with 3 of them under the hoop. They are trained to do that. And their height, as you've said, allows them to do that.
Yeah, when you have a height or strength disparity, boxing out's the way that you get the rebound. That's how you overcome the athleticism difference,
1:49 left to play in this half. Eberts comes down with the rebound on the missed shot. Ooh, ooh. Charging call on Santa Barbara. Wow.
Honestly, I can see it. I think it depends on the angle.
It depends on the angle. Yep, they're going to stay with the charge on Santa Barbara.
So
he did lower.
He lowered. That's what it was. He lowered his
lowered.
shoulder, and I think that it's one of the. And then his defender, I didn't see the jersey number.
He'll watch this tonight and he'll see.
Yes, you know, and he also, I mean, falling over, that's also going to really emphasize that too. Now Santa Barbara, he was just trying to get inside to force the issue again.
Oh, Phelps is going hard
Yep.
against Ebers.
Ebers should have thrown his hands up and fallen.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, Phelps is a really good player, so that just makes sense.
So that a foul is going to be on Ebers. That's his first, team second. That'll throw Phelps to the line.
Now it's interesting, and you do a better job of keeping quarterly stats. I don't think Nardacci actually scored in the first quarter, did he?
Well, you can look right at my sheet, and he had a 3.
He had a 3 in the first quarter?
Yes,
Okay.
he did.
I was going to say, it seems
Santa
like he came
Barbara
around
goes
this
in.
Second. Ooh, okay.
Little makeup foul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I allowed to say that on the air?
Also, did you read the lips? I was like, wait,
did,
what? I was
I
like,
did.
hey.
I did. So a little makeup foul there. That's going to be on number 5, Nardacci. That's his first, team second. Santa Barbara at the line. Misses, rims out on that first one. Yeah, you could kind of predict that makeup foul was coming with the way they didn't agree on the charge call. So yeah, you could kind of tell that was coming. Behan is in for Averill Park. And Santa Barbara misses. Out.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw someone go out of bounds on a rebound off of a free throw. Genuinely, I'm trying to think of the last time I saw that happen. And,
Yeah, way to hustle, but wow. So turn over to the Dutch. We like it. It's under our basket.
Sure.
16-12, minute 23 left to play. Ebers inbounds to Dorigo, who quickly gets it to Watazik. Watazik trying to get around here. Gilbert over to Marino. Marino came in without me realizing it. Well,
Yes.
Watazik to Ebers. Ebers for 3.
It's such a high
short
shot.
rebound. Dorigo back out to Ebers. To Watazik. Over to Marino. Marino getting it to Watazik again. Dorigo calling for it. Comes to him. 10 seconds. Watazik for 3. Gets it!
here we go.
And just like that, we're back within 1. 47 seconds left to play.
Very, very close game.
Phelps with the ball. Gets it to Nardacci. To Behan. Behan for 3. Misses. Rebound, Ebers. He's doing great tonight.
He really is.
Gilbert,
Gilbert, he's got to be so mad right now.
He is so mad at himself. Oh,
Actually, Ebert, one of the
man.
things that he did really well, he may not even realize it, he saved an official on one of the errant passes that went
He
pretty
did.
high.
He did.
He dove up there and
Didn't
caught
even
that.
realize it.
Yeah.
Saved a life tonight. 28 seconds left to play. Phelps with the ball. Watch Behan underneath 24. He uses his body almost a little bit too obnoxiously, but he does use his body and should be called more than he actually is. Watch his screens. Nardacci gets the roll. And at the end of regulation, it's 18 for Averill Park, 15 for the Dutch.
Wow. We're going to go over to Sean for some sideline commentary.
Well, as we come to the end of the second quarter play, it was definitely a quarter of runs for both teams. Guilderland started out the quarter on a 6-0 run. Averill Park then went on a 7-point run before the two teams traded points at the end of the second quarter. So far for Guilderland, Tyler Watazik is leading with 8 points scored tonight. And it's definitely been a competitive matchup for both teams. Both teams had competitive matchups last year. Both of them resulted in Guilderland wins. You might recall the overtime game last year where Nick Ruff scored a game-winning three-pointer with just a few seconds to go in overtime. But Guilderland's still looking for that first win of the season. They're very close right now, only 3 points down going into the second half of play. Back to Brenna and Matt now to end the half.
Thanks so much. We're going to take a break here for the half. We'll be back with you in 9 minutes. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you pay attention to the center, we'd like to introduce the Guilderland Basketball Club CYBL 5th grade team. Number 0, Curtis Grimsley. Number 1, Gray Hawley. Number 13, Isaac Dover. Number 14, Liam Egan. Number 22, Pace Labuda. Number 23, Tommy Person. Number 24, Nate Pickle. Number 26, Chandler Davis. Number 99, Grayson Robin. And number 2, Quentin Miller.
Wow. Wow.
30 seconds. The winning 50-50 ticket, number 255-2969. 255-2969. We have the winning ticket. Come on down to the score table and claim your $101.
We're back with you with 32 seconds left to play, and they're left in the half here. Sean gave us a wrap-up of points scored, and again, just a refresher, Tyler Watazik has 8 for the Dutch, and then the others are just like little 2s here and there. So it's nice to see that Tyler's leading the team. For the Averill Park Warriors, Nardacci has 7. They've got let's see, Matthews with 5, it looks like, Hicks with 3, and Phelps with 1. So we had a good half, and we're holding steady. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, I really don't, but fourth quarter is a tough time for us.
Right.
We are not a fourth quarter team. So we really need to really make this third quarter count for us and really come out as a different team, a stronger team, so that we can go into the fourth quarter somewhat in a good shape.
No, 100% I agree. We have to start getting some of our momentum, because right now, just simply put, we don't really, neither team honestly has momentum when the combined score is 33.
Right.
So if we can get a couple stops, put in some high energy, high octane defense, and then follow it up on the other end, that'd be great.
Phelps tries to dribble through or drive through 2 defenders and can't do it.
Call timeout, call timeout.
Gotta love that Oliver hustle there.
Yep. I'm not sure how many timeouts Guilderland still had, but that's one of those moments where I'm like, no, call timeout.
Luckily we got the jump ball there. Possession arrow was in our favor.
Right.
So we're back to our starting 5. I hate when that
switches.
happens. Yep. So an errant pass there. Lack of communication for sure. 7:35 left in the third quarter. Dutch have their starting 5 back on the floor, and it looks like Averill Park does as well. Nardacci gets it to Phelps underneath the basket. He has an awkward pass.
Good stifling defense.
Wow,
but
nice putback there by Matthews.
Yeah.
Santa Barbara to Watazik. Watazik back to Santa Barbara to Gilbert. Santa Barbara to Oliver, all the way across court to Santa Barbara to Watazik for 3. That looked good.
That looked real good from our angle.
That looked really good. David Wilkins fighting for it and getting it. Watazik coming up with it, gets it to Oliver for 3, just missed. Wow, that rebound was by David Filkins, but it looks like we're going to have a foul on that call. And we are. That foul is going to be on number 23, David Filkins. Going a little too hard under the hoop, but I like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd always rather see. I mean, he has to, though. He has to play more physical.
He does.
If he's
Nardacci gets it to Phelps. Heavily guarded by Santa Barbara. On the line there, saves it. 3-point basket, no good. Rebound to the Dutch. Santa Barbara takes it down. Gets it to Watazik. Back to Santa Barbara. Swings it to Oliver. Santa Barbara gets stopped, gets it to Watazik. Watazik.
Oh, good find. Oh,
I thought he was going to shoot there.
I think so too.
You get 3 seconds in the lane. Haven't seen a 3-second call yet this year.
That's what, right.
Wow.
Right.
I kind of forgot about 3 seconds, quite frankly.
Honestly,
I'm joking. I didn't, but
no, I do because I play pickup ball all the time. No one calls 3 seconds or 5
First time
seconds.
I've seen them call it this year, guys or girls.
I don't remember in general.
Yeah.
That might be the first one we've actually
Gilbert,
seen called.
tough D on Flanagan. Morelli gets it to Phelps. Phelps to Flanagan. Again, Gilbert getting his hands all over. 10-second call here. Phelps off center, gets the basket up, doesn't fall, but he gets the foul.
Still, that's good body control to get that shot off, pause midair and readjust and make sure that it was a shooting foul and not something that was on the floor.
And that foul's on Nico Santa Barbara. That's his third, team second of the third period. Phelps at the line. Misses. And makes the second. So Phelps is 50% from the line tonight. Typically does pretty well at the free throw line. Gilbert misses the three.
I wanted so bad. It's like, you know who does well at the 3-point line? But not to be. Not
to be. Ball stays with the Dutch. No idea how many seconds are on the shot clock, but
right. Just good luck.
Yeah. That's where we would have looked to make sure the
more
shot
than 10
didn't reset. Passing the ball underneath here, trying to get something happening. Santa Barbara dribbles in a little bit. Watazik likes it.
All right, the
misses
pass was
the
low.
3.
Yeah, so those are one of those things where, just some commentary for folks watching at home. Sometimes like, oh, hey, the pass got through. It doesn't really matter. But honestly, if you are a shooter, it does matter where you get the pass because that affects the rhythm of your shot. It affects the speed that you're going to get it off, the closeness of defenders, all that other stuff. So it was a low pass, but he still got a decent shot off regardless.
Remember the first game, and I said Andy Dorigo's listening to us here in the stands, and turns out she wasn't. She wasn't even looking at us.
Yeah.
Well, tonight she is listening. She came over. She got the website. Yeah, because I shamed her into it. So.
Yeah, you did.
Thanks for listening, Andy.
You really did, which was wild.
A little shaming never hurts. All right, Santa Barbara with the ball. Gets it to Watazik. Watazik over to Ebers, who's in for the third quarter. Gets it back to Watazik. Yep. Moving it around. Oliver takes it in. Out to Santa Barbara, who likes the look. Bounces in and out.
I like the look, too.
I did, too. He's getting a little frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, they've had so many shots just rim out this game. It's one of those things. It is what it is. I'm with the amount that's happened. Oh, good defense.
Oh my, that's going to be his fourth.
Don't argue. Don't get a tech.
Yeah.
Santa Barbara comes out. Montgomery comes in.
Yeah, that's Santa Barbara's fourth. As we said, third for the team this quarter. He's definitely frustrated.
So from our angle, it did look like a block. I mean, I should say from my angle.
Yep.
But yeah, he's definitely frustrated. Yeah. Because I was going to laud him and say good defense.
Yeah, Phelps is good on the first. As you said, Montgomery into the game. So, again, we need to keep the score tight because fourth quarter is always tough for us. So when we're letting them get these free throws and get away with it.
Hey, excellent move by Gilbert getting the ball out.
Watazik quickly down, gets it to Montgomery. Montgomery back to Watazik. Watazik over.
and someone scores.
I think it was Gilbert.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Gilbert. Thanks, Andy. this man stands in front of us.
It's not funny.
It's not funny, but it's like, dude. We're obviously online here. Get out of the way. Got a foul on the floor.
So just for when they're watching this later, I just want to say, Nate, you robbed me of a rebound. Like, the ball was clearly coming to my path and you stole it. So like Michael Jordan, I'm taking all that personal. So I'll still root for you, but
that foul's on number 2. Right?
with a side eye at the
Gilbert.
moment.
Team's 4th for the quarter. Averill Park with the ball. Almost didn't get it in 5 here.
Just to note, once we hit that 5 foul threshold, that is going to be 2 shots.
Automatically.
And Averill Park has 0 fouls, at least that we're seeing right now. So
Nardacci gets it to Phelps. Phelps takes it in. Phelps is their man tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's been really controlling the pace, tempo, and just dominated.
Montgomery gets it to Watazik, to Ebers. Back to Watazik, over to Montgomery.
And Eberts has been playing well in terms of a lot of the intangibles of the game.
He has. We said it in the first game. Eberts is a great athlete. Watazik for 3.
And that is why shooters shoot. We have our first Dutchman in double-digit points.
Yes, and right there, back within 4 here. Phelps bringing the ball down for Averill Park Warriors.
That's the beauty of a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
It's low scoring,
It
so
is
each
low
bucket
scoring.
carries so much weight. Oh, excellent steal.
Nice. Radigan tried to
Take a
throw
watch
it.
it back.
Stolen by Wallace.
Hey! I forgive you for stealing my rebound. You made it up. You earned that.
All of a sudden.
We're all good now. We're all good.
Oliver's going to go to the line and hopefully get a 3-point play here. Timeout, though, Averill Park. Ooh, way to try to ice him on the line.
All right. Averill Park not liking what they're seeing. A massive 5-point swing, which is 20% of their total score.
We can have fun at Averill Park's expense.
I know.
So
It's just such a low-scoring game now. 5 points.
Yeah, right. 2:42 left to play in the third period. 24-22. Averill Park has the lead at the moment, but we're putting some points on the board. We're closing that gap a little bit. We just need to close it a little bit more. So we got to get us, like we've said multiple times, we've got to get us in good position for the 4th quarter because that's a quarter we struggle.
Right, and if we're able to go in on a similar kind of run like what we're having right now, and then that's just going to be a spark that we're able to have going to the quarter. Which, by the way, we're not going to have Nico Santa Barbara able to play with the same ferocity with 4 fouls. Yep. So any advantage we can get right now, and Oliver certainly ensures that score gets a little bit closer.
Makes that a 3-point play. Excellent. The icing did not work.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He said that's the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
That's the icing he likes.
Phelps. Nardacci wanted it baseline, didn't get it.
Gilbert almost came away with that.
He almost did. Nardacci. Heavily guarded by Oliver. And Eberts is all over Phelps.
Guilderland's playing the defensive scheme very well right now. They're doing, honestly, they had a lot of good rotations on that last possession. I know Averill Park scored, so it makes me look really dumb right now saying that, but.
Oh, I got excited that they were going to call that a charge, but.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I got really excited.
No.
That didn't work. Okay.
Yeah. But, nonetheless, the rotations were great.
That foul's on Eberts. And that's going to throw Nardacci to the line.
But he'll miss, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm wrong. Obviously, he didn't miss. He's a 72% free throw shooter. Yeah, math was in his favor.
Yeah. 27-23, 2:13 left to play. Guilderland with the ball. Montgomery to Watazik, and I can't see what's happening at the moment. Okay, nope. Watazik gets it over to Ebers for 3.
He
just misses.
Such a high arc.
Oliver comes out of nowhere and gets the putback basket.
He is pressing the issue. He heard you commenting on what they need to do.
He did. Maybe he heard me call him Sam.
Yeah, and he was like, all right, I'll show you.
I'll show you.
I'll remind you who I am. I'll never make that mistake again. Oh, excellent drive.
Matt.
Oh, I saved our equipment. I saved our equipment. So, hey, Guilderland, taxpayers in the next budget, just know that I singularly saved the media department.
You are amazing. You are amazing. Watazik gets it into Montgomery. Minute 39 left to play in the 3rd period.
Good find. Into the corner.
Oliver gets it back to Montgomery. To Watazik, over to Ebers. inside to nice pass back out
that's
to
money.
Watazik.
That's
Yes!
money. We knew that was going in.
Watazik's found his rhythm, brings it within one. 28-27. Dutchman in the lead.
There's a reason Watazik is the leading scorer for the team, and that's his third three of the day.
It's great.
Board by
And
Gilbert.
misses the basket. Rebound to the Dutch.
Gilbert's had a high-energy game all day. One of our better rebounders.
Oliver, right past Behan, gets it
Oh.
out. Tries to get to Ebers, just a little too much on that turnover to Averill Park.
And seeing progression of that play, what I easily could have seen happen, Ebers gets the ball, swing that right back to Watazik, who would have been open just with the flow
Yeah.
of how the defense would have had to adapt.
52 seconds to play. Averill Park with the ball. Dutch ahead by 1.
Ooh, good help defense. Good help defense and good board by Gilbert.
Nardacci can't get it to go down.
Oh, Montgomery lost the
Montgomery,
dribble.
back to Oliver to Montgomery. Ebers is still hanging on the line, waiting for it. With Watazik to Oliver. Oliver able to draw that foul on Behan, who I don't believe even moved. He's just such a big guy. Knocked him right down.
The fall.
He is a solid dude.
Yeah. I also wonder if there was any amount of selling with the. That's what my chuckle's for. But yes, for real though. Honestly, that is one of those moments that it's funny when it happens to you on the court where you just run into someone who's just solid. Like I've had that happen before.
Yeah, 30-second timeout on the floor. Let's just remind our listener. Oh, we want to go to Sean?
Yeah,
All right, we're going to head over to Sean in the stands.
Well, it was a very rough start to the half for Guilderland in this third quarter, but ever since then, they have been coming out firing. They have a 1-point lead, 13 points in the second half of the third quarter combined. Tyler Watazik and Nate Oliver in particular have been coming out firing. What I've been impressed with, Watazik's been making some very key shots so far in this third quarter. Nate Oliver's been showing great resilience both offensively and defensively tonight. Those two have been some great difference makers for Guilderland if they're able to pull away with this one tonight. But still, we have one full quarter to go. We have less than 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. This is shaping up to be a great game so far.
Dutch with the ball, inbounds. 26 seconds left to play. Watazik. Averill Park got a hand on that. Ball's going to stay with Watazik. Now, at this point, we have zero idea of how much time is on the shot clock.
Oh, yeah.
It's 19 on the game clock. Hopefully, we're going to get, he's holding the mic by his mouth, so we're going to get it soon.
All right. Park's saying hold the ball. You may have a better sense.
Oh.
And he did not hold the ball.
Yeah, he cannot hold the ball. Trip and fall there.
Yeah, but
Eberts takes it back.
3, 2, 1. Montgomery for the makeup. Also, I feel like his hand got hit there.
I did too, but they're not going to call that. So at the end,
He even did the Steph Curry fall over after his shot.
At the end of the third period, Dutch with 28 and Averill Park with 27. Matt, thoughts on this quarter?
That was the best quarter that we've played, personally. Just both our offensive and defensive efforts, they were incredible, and I'm really excited to see what ends up coming into the fourth. It seems like Sean has a little bit more commentary just to add before we get into the fourth, so we'll pass it over to him.
We'll go to Sean.
Here he has to say.
Well, very interesting ending to the third quarter as you just happened there. I was just going over my recap of the final minutes coming in here for the third quarter, but you saw Akeem Montgomery on that last shot that he made. He also got tied up in a collision, and yet he very nearly ended up making that buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter, but he came out, went to the bench, looked like he was grabbing his left knee, so we'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he comes back later in the game, but we're going to have to see what happens. Fourth quarter is about to get underway. Back to the studio.
Thanks so much, Sean. Just to remind our listeners at home, we have 0 home games next week. None. So we will not be with people until after the new year. So it's going to be wild to have a week of no basketball at home.
Yeah. I had this conversation with the assistant coach for the girls varsity team. I was like, I'll see you next Tuesday. And she was like, no, you won't. see you next year.
Yeah, exactly. So a little bizarre for us, but the teams will still be playing. They are just away.
Call them into jump.
A jump ball. Fascinating call. And the possession arrow favors Guilderland.
From our okay. I'm saying from our angle.
That was, to me was a double dribble, but whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. All right, Ebers. Gets it around to Watazik. Oh,
pass.
nice passing.
Beautiful ball movement.
Ebers
the
for
entire
three.
bench stood up on that three.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
confidence in their guy.
That was beautiful passing sequence
was.
there.
And as Sean pointed out with Montgomery, he's back in, so
Yep.
he seems to be fine.
Yep. Nardacci having trouble from Oliver as he's had all night. Looking for help from his teammates. Going to take it himself. Can't get it. We knew that foul was going to be called.
Right. You know, one thing I was impressed with, we were in foul trouble about halfway through the third quarter, and we managed to avoid getting to 5 in that last 3 minute stretch.
We did. Morelli made that basket and that foul. They're going to call on Eberts. That's his third, team's first of the quarter. Morelli to the line trying to make a 3-point play, and he does.
Just like that.
Yeah, down by
Park was up 2.
Yep.
That being said, that still is a one-possession game.
It is. Montgomery to Watazik. Back to Montgomery. Oliver's just planted over there on the left side.
He's ready.
Now
He's got
that's
his
the
hands
second
up.
time Montgomery went down.
Watazik, he's feeling it.
Missed it. Oh, Oliver skying. Dutch don't like that call at all. Turnover to Averill Park.
But I also want to just commend Oliver. So he's playing his role right now. He's supposed to be in the corner, prepared, and to help out. But then he doesn't give up on the end of the play. He dives in.
Yeah.
So definitely love the effort.
Ebers with great defense. Watazik trying to be on top of Hicks. It didn't work.
That was a tough angle shot.
That was. Hicks did come up with the basket there, in spite of being guarded by Watazik. So
Right. That feels like one of those shots that's halfway there. It was like living on a prayer.
Right,
Do you know what I mean?
right. Yeah, don't break into song. I know you're
I
trying.
want it so bad. The musical. Shout out, quick plug for Andy Maycock. The musical is coming up. The cast and crew are very excited for that work, and I'm auditioning this year. So we'll see if I get a role.
Oh, brother, we can't get rid of him to save our lives. We try.
Listen, if I'm not in some show somewhere, if I'm not getting rebounds, I'll be in the musical. I promise you that.
Awesome.
No, but back to the game, though. Honestly, it's a 4-point game right now, and what we do want to see from our guys out there is continued grit. Some of that momentum that they had in the third quarter did seem to be slowed down and stifled a little bit as we come out with this lineup. Many of the same guys. We want to see Watazik be a focal point of the offense. When he has been and when Oliver has been, those have been moments where we've been dominating. So want to see Montgomery, play his game too. He was an early scorer, and we'd like to see him keep adding to that point total.
Oliver gets the ball back to Montgomery. Montgomery drives in, gets it to Ebers to Watazik. Oh, nice long court pass to Oliver.
Excellent.
Oliver misses. Oh. Calling a foul on that.
But those are the kind of plays, though, where they executed that so well, and that's the unselfishness that we've been talking about all game, really all season. And you can't be mad with a missed shot. Obviously, you want it to land, and in a close game with that, you kind of need it to land. But they executed the play well.
That foul was on Ebers. That's his fourth.
And was that a travel call? I couldn't see the call.
It's a foul. He just called the foul.
Okay, yeah. On who, where?
I believe.
Number
Yep, on
11.
number 11. So on Hicks.
Did you see the foul? Honestly,
I did not see the foul. And, of course, when I heard the whistle, I thought, oh, here's a makeup foul again.
Yeah.
So Watazik gets it to Oliver. Oliver.
Oh, no.
Attempted to get to Ebers. Lucky for us, he was on the line.
Luckily.
So the ball will turn over to the Dutch.
Those cross-court passes, when
They're
they land, they
dangerous.
look real
They're
nice, but they're
dangerous.
very, very dangerous.
People can see those from a mile away.
Right. And the other thing, too, an old adage in basketball is players can't move as fast as the ball. So passing is a quick way to break a lot of the defenses. But cross-court passes, people can't move that fast.
And at this point, the last 5 plays, Oliver's been positioned at the left side on the 3-point line. It's time to move that up a little bit and change it up because they're going to expect it and they're going to be looking for that. And see, he's right there again. So they're crashing on him so quickly because they know. Watazik misses the 3. Rebound to Nardacci. Averill Park, we said at the beginning of the game, they're 1-5. They're 0-4 in the league. They're looking for their first technical Suburban Council win.
Right, both teams are hungry, and Oliver comes up with steal. He's been great on the defensive end. Stripped by Nardacci.
Wow. Oh, it must have been all ball. We don't have that angle.
Right.
Flanagan bringing it down for the Warriors. You know, I haven't seen a moving screen called in a long time either.
No, it's
But number 11's really good at them. Hicks is really good at moving screens. All right, Flanagan trying to get past Ebers. Gets it in.
Yeah, that was just a back-to-basket, grown man ball kind of play right there.
And Morelli gets the score.
If I see a 5-second back-to-basket call in a high school game, I'd be out.
Averill Park steals that pass. And we're going to have to be careful because we're going to fall apart here if we're not paying attention.
Well, it's what you mentioned now, that 2-point lead has become a 6-point deficit with 4 to go.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of time on the clock.
100%,
Don't get
that's
me
2
wrong.
possessions.
However, we need to capitalize on these possessions. Phelps doesn't get the roll.
Possession favors
And
the
Hicks
Dutch.
goes over the back here and is going to draw the foul. That's his second, team second. Santa Barbara back in again. Santa Barbara's got 4 fouls. So Santa Barbara back in to spark our offense here.
But I think also even with just some of the defensive intensity, because his fouls.
Oh, did Nate hear us? He went right now.
Yeah, he did.
Gilbert gets it to Santa Barbara over to Oliver.
But I think that's really, it's the offensive sets coach is drawing up. So he must have mirrored it once Santa Barbara came into the game.
Yeah, yep.
And I have a couple of reasons why I can imagine it based off Montgomery
Nice
and Santa
pass.
Barbara's play styles. But things I don't want to share on the air because our opponents have listened to us.
Well, we know Shen listens to us, so yeah.
Yeah.
They've told us, so yes, we don't.
Which is extremely flattering.
Yes.
But also.
Yes, dangerous.
Yeah. There's some
Phelps trying to penetrate the defense here. Gets it over to Morelli. Back to Phelps. 10 seconds on the clock. On the shot clock, that is.
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good board by Santa Barbara.
Averill Park gets a shot off, doesn't go. Rebound by Santa Barbara.
Now this is one where we really can't let Averill Park control the pace.
we have to get a bucket here. And it doesn't have to be a 3, but we need a bucket. Tyler Watazik for 3.
Watazik, it will be a 3.
But we will take it.
And that brings him above 15 points this game.
Oh, most definitely.
So right now, 1 possession game on a 3, 2 possession game on 2s or, a free throw. But
Ebert's defense has been great tonight.
I mean, he has really, really good, footwork based off of his soccer skills.
Well, yeah, and he's completely conditioned, so he's ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
Travel call on Averill Park turns over to the Dutch. 2 minutes, 35 left to play. 34-31, Averill Park in the lead by 3. Santa Barbara with the ball. He and Watazik passing it back and forth over to Oliver in the corner.
The 2-man game going.
Santa Barbara wide open to Eberts. Back to Watazik
Who's
for
gonna
3.
hit it? Off right.
Miss. Rebound,
Good
Averill Park. Phelps trying to set something up for the Warriors.
Remember, Averill Park's not really in any rush on their offense. They, have the time to set things up and go for a good shot.
Nardacci for 3, air ball. Rebound
Excellent
to
rebound
Guilderland.
by
Ebers gets it to Oliver. Averill Park quick on the transition. He can't get the 3 off. Gets it to Gilbert. Gilbert out to Watazik. Misses. Gilbert trying to rebound. Can't get it. Rebound to Averill Park. Phelps coming down with it. Here now we've got a press going. Nico's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls.
Keeping his hands very, very visible to the officials.
No. Oh.
All right, Nardacci and Gilbert staring each other down.
Yeah.
Their coach is saying, look at the clock. Stop playing.
I'm sorry. The stare down cracks me up. It's like, really?
Like,
Like, stop it.
Right.
Yes, he hooked your arm, but come on. Oh, refs are talking here. So teams are going to go to the side.
Yeah.
Mike Parks is going to call a
Call
timeout on there,
yeah.
calm his team down a little bit,
Right.
talk things over.
Which is the right move to make as a coach. Not that he needs me to validate that, but
Yes, he's like, okay, Matt said it's okay, we're good to go.
I give him the thumbs up. He's like, oh, phew. I was really worried in my long coaching career.
Coaches are checking and refs are checking how many timeouts each team has, because with 1:15 left to go, you know timeouts are going to be of the essence at the moment.
Right,
so
right.
it's good to make sure we find out how many we've got. Again, we've got pretty even fouls right now for this fourth quarter. Guilderland with 3, Averill Park with 2.
Right.
Averill Park ahead by 3 points. Refs are talking through that play a little bit there and what they saw and what they didn't see. Oh, and here's the play for you again, rebound. So, Gilbert did grab his arm.
No, he absolutely did.
Yeah, and I'm sure he wanted an intentional foul called or something like that, but he did grab his arm. It was desperation, but he didn't intend to go in for the arm. It just happened to be there, and he got it.
I would say the other thing, too, and what separates in my mind with the flagrant intensity of it, like, of course, heightened emotions at this moment in the game.
Right.
It's a one-possession game, a little over a minute to go. Gilbert's been banging around down low and trying to get some boards. That's the star player for the other team, so he's already got, there's also egos involved there, too.
Right.
But Gilbert didn't drag him to the ground, and I think that's where we see that. And this is honestly how I would call it a tense situation for either team. The first free throw goes down. But, I think, it's a foul. It was an intentional foul.
Yep.
But it was not a Draymond Green foul.
Right. Nardacci misses the second. Ebers comes up with it, gets it to Oliver. Oliver takes it down, gets it to Watazik. Watazik to Santa Barbara. Didn't know that was coming. Averill Park read it and intercepted that.
Hand in there. They have to.
They had to do a foul. They had to stop the clock.
They have
That's
to.
your only option at the moment.
Right.
And we had a foul to give before it goes to 2 shots here, so.
Almost regardless we're down, it's a 2-possession game. Allowing them to burn an entire possession leaves us with 30 seconds to score arguably 3 times.
Was that technical that I'm not aware of?
Clear path foul?
Must have been technical that we were not privy to.
Probably for, jawing back and forth.
Yep. So I gave that foul to Ryan Gilbert, which is his 3rd, which is correct, but I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah, and that's quite unfortunate.
And now we're going to have another timeout.
So right now, 6-point game, and just looking again, Averill Park's history. So, being 0-3 in the league, the only team that they did beat so far this year was Queensbury in a 3-point victory.
And that was back on the 27th of November, so that was quite a while ago.
Right. And Queensbury, if I'm not mistaken, also is in a different section in terms of athletics than us.
They are.
So
they are. Montgomery just checked in for the Dutch. It doesn't look like Averill Park is changing their lineup at all. 6-point deficit right now. Hard to overcome with 1 minute left to play. It's going to be interesting to see. It'd be great if Watazik could get a few threes off. That's who I'd want the ball. That's whose hands I'd want the ball in.
Agreed. And, the alternative would be to drive inside and force some foul trouble to get some, potential and 1 plays and slow down the clock, burn off, because the amount of time to get us in a situation where we are able to have an open and good-looking 3-point shot could take a while. So it's about quick possessions.
All right, so if I were the coach, I'd press right now and try to get the steal, quite frankly.
Yep. 10 seconds to the clock, not then foul.
Yeah, our defense has been pretty good tonight, so let's press. Let's
and
really.
Coach is saying foul.
Yep.
And took Santa Barbara out of the game to make sure that he wasn't the one who picked up that foul. Smart play. You don't want him fouling out.
Yeah, and now he's coming back in.
The official says no 2 shots yet. I was about to say
it's 5. The boys are even saying it's 5.
I think the official might just not because the scoreboard was behind his back.
Okay.
So okay.
Yeah, we're all adjusting to this new rule here. Averill Park keeping all of their team in the backcourt, ready to take.
Which makes sense. They don't need a rebound.
Yep, they don't need a rebound, and they're ready to be down there in the transition for the Dutch, so to take them on. It's Flanagan's first points of the night on that free throw. And he scores both of them.
Rolling it in, save some clock.
Love it.
Walking the dog.
Love it, love it. Ebers
Gotta
gets
be
it to
quick
Watazik, over to Oliver.
Yeah, that hesitation.
There's too much
unfortunate.
hesitation. Yep, too much. What's happening here? Oh,
Oh, the clock never started.
a volleyball.
Or volleyball.
A volleyball on the floor. Not sure where that came
Bumps
from.
that spike, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Did it come out of the rafters?
I was waiting for you to give Dave Austin a shout out.
He's not even here, is he?
No, he might be, who knows?
I haven't seen him. Watazik gets it into Santa Barbara. There and intercepted there, picked off by Nardacci. Nardacci gets
That's
an easy
likely going to be
hoop,
game.
and that's the game for sure. 38 seconds left to play.
You gotta
Averill Park
shoot it.
by 10. Santa Barbara tries for a 3, doesn't get it.
Gilbert wanted to travel.
Yeah, Gilbert wants something. This is a tough loss for the guys. This is the game that they could have won.
And I guess the call did end up happening. Nardacci wraps them up, which is interesting because regardless, even if we hit a 3, they're still up 7
Yep.
with 30 seconds in possession, so I'm
Yep.
not really sure what the wrap-up was for.
I'm not sure either. And Andy agrees with us.
Yeah.
He's not sure either. Santa Barbara wants Ebers, gets it to Watazik. Watazik gets a shot off,
Mid-range
jumper,
jumper.
no good.
Floater, not to be.
Rebound to Matthews for Averill Park.
This is a time go for the steal. Still play
Nardacci's
defense.
telling them to calm down just to get the ball off. We don't need any fouls.
Yeah, likely Averill Park's going to hold the ball.
Yeah.
Not shoot. They might shoot.
Tries to get it into Nardacci. That's a miss and a turnover. Watazik will bring it in for the Dutch. Santa Barbara
Might as well
gets
get
a
the
shot off. It's a miss. 10 seconds left to play in regulation.
Right. So as the game's winding down, what are your takeaways that, from this game, what you saw?
You know, it's so, I go back to our original thing that we always talk about. We're not a fourth quarter team. We haven't been in years. We're not a fourth quarter team. And I don't know how you fix that. I don't know what the magic potion is for that, but we cannot go 4 quarters.
Yeah, it's the closing of a game that's tough. And that was a 12-point swing right there
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
So just to put it into context, 12 points was almost the combined score of the first quarter, and that was the swing of just the fourth quarter.
Right.
So, obviously there are a lot of things that we did like. We saw some good ball movement. We saw some resilience coming back, particularly in the second and third quarters. But there's still some work to be done moving
Just
forward.
not enough. Happy holidays to all of our listeners, and
Yes.
Happy New Year, and we will see you in January.
Yes, we will.
Happy New Year.
Take care, folks.